Hey YouTubers, Christopher Wanamaker here doing a new category video on the bit of the step-by-step process for donating either blood, plasma, or platelets at the American Red Cross in any of your local areas. I've been doing it for the past couple of months. I've donated blood, I've donated plasma, and I've donated platelets, and all of them are a little bit different from one another. So we're going to go into a bit of the process of signing up and everything. Also, I'm going to compare because I have experience donating right around 300 times donating plasma for a 3-year period in Colorado Springs. I'm hoping to do that here again in the near future in a place near the Vancouver Mall. At I think it's BioLife Plasma Donation Center. How much do they pay out per week and all that? So, what is the difference between donating from the American Red Cross? What do they do with their donations? Blood, plasma, platelets. Do you get paid? Do you get some sort of rewards? Sometimes you get entered in a raffle. Sometimes you get little gift prizes like T-shirts and stuff. So how does that all work? They have an app that you can download to go through all the questionnaire questions ahead of time. They call it Rapid Pass. Just a little bit of both, donating on the plasma donation center and why do they pay you? What do they use the donation for? And then the Red Cross, what do you get from them? What do they offer? And what do they actually do with their blood or plasma or platelets donations? So going into a little bit of variety of stuff of how this all works. I do not donate plasma at an actual plasma donation center right now, but I hope to either from the end of this year to beginning of next year to be able to. As of right now, I am type 2 diabetic, have been for the past like year and a half, 2 years. I wasn't eating very healthy and everything, and just eating whatever I want. And eating too much, and then getting into a lot of snacks or salty things or fatty foods or whatever. At about 2 years ago, I think I weighed up to 252 pounds, and now I'm like 218. So I'm losing weight. I'm working out more, hiking, walking, bicycle riding. I'm taking my metformin kind of medications and some other things. The VA, is helping me, guiding me, and all that. And then with all that, I am doing a lot better. I've gotten. I think if you go past, I think it's 10.2 A1C sugar level, you go from type 2 to type 1 diabetes. So I got all the way up to 9.9, I believe was the highest, and then I started taking my medication and working out more, losing weight, portion control, eating a lot more healthier things. Even every now and then, like once a week, take 1 or 2 gulps of beet juice, for example, organic beet juice. Eating more fruits and vegetables, portion control of meats, all that kind of stuff. I still splurge every now and then, but I don't eat as much sweets and stuff as I used to. And I prick my finger and check my A1C level every now and then and come up with the average over like a week, 2 week, and a month period. Let my VA doctor know and all that kind of stuff. So last time I checked, several months ago, I was at like 9.9. I was close to going from type 2 diabetes to type 1. And the last couple months, I've dropped down to 7.7. To be able to donate at a plasma donation center and get paid really well, I have to be at a 7.5 or below. So this coming mid-December, I got to get tested, go to the labs at the VA in Vancouver, and then hopefully with all my medication and losing weight and all that, I will be at 7.5 or below. But more recently, I was at 7.7, so I'm doing really well. Major drop. And so hopefully in the next couple months, I'll be below 7.5. I go below 7, then I'm pre-diabetic again. The type 2 diabetes actually, I'm not past that threshold, which I believe is 7.0 or higher. So that's how all that works and why I'm not donating plasma right now to make extra money. And for my understanding, there's like a couple different plasma donation centers in Vancouver, one off Mill Plain, off the I-205, not too far away from the Fred Meyers, off the I-205 on Mill Plain. And I believe you get paid, a college buddy of mine donates there constantly. It's close to his home, and he gets paid, I believe, if it's not bonuses and you donate twice in a week, not 2 days in a row, and all that. You get on average it's $115 per week. Then sometimes they have signing bonuses, donate all 8 times in a month and get a bonus and all that kind of stuff. But then there's a place near the Vancouver Mall, not too far away, as well. And pretty much that's the one I want to donate because it's closer to me, where I live. And they at one point they were doing 140 per week for 2 donations a week, and now that I hear it's 130, so they've dropped it. It does fluctuate over time. When I was in Colorado Springs and I donated there, I think it started out at $60 for 2 donations, almost a 30 a piece. Then it went all the way up when I was leaving. It was about 80, $85. So around here, it's a lot more. Now, plasma donation centers, from my understanding, the first time going, it could take multiple hours depending on how many people in front of you, all the questions you got to ask, the things you got to read, videos you got to watch. You're going to be there for 3 to 6 hours possibly to go through the entire in-processing process, paperwork, questions, questionnaires, videos, understanding the ins and outs, getting hooked up. They put it on the machine that pulls out your blood or plasma or whatever and filters things. They set it at a lower setting because your body is not used to this if you're brand new to it. So it takes longer. Then after that, depending on how many people in front of you, it could take anywhere from about an average of 90 minutes to 2.5 hours to be in and out, depending on how busy they are. So that's a bit of process when it comes to plasma donation. And then what do they do with the plasma? Why are they paying you so much money? How's it different from the American Red Cross? The plasma donation centers, they use it not only to help patients who need specifically plasma infusions, but then they take that actual plasma and they mix it with other ingredients to make specialty medications. So it's you're pretty much supporting pharmaceutical companies along with maybe some hospitals and stuff that do or cancer treatment centers. Now, how is Red Cross different? Well, they definitely don't pay out as much, but they do other things. Whatever donations they get of blood, plasma, or platelets, they pretty much their stuff goes directly to hospitals or Red Cross donations centers, blood drives. It goes to places that have been hit by natural disasters. They bring in the truckloads of blood, plasma, all that if people need medical attention. So it's a little bit more of a non-profit. Red Cross is a non-profit, and all that. So that's why nowadays, I guess there's a national around the country blood shortage, platelet shortage, plasma shortage, and all that. So they're offering little incentives, tiny ones. And what that pretty much is, you sign up the first time. Yes, it's going to take a little longer than normal. You got like 120 questionnaire, similar to the plasma donation center. They need to know when's the last time you had unprotected sex, and then have you ever gotten HIV or AIDS? Have you been to foreign countries, and how long ago? Have you been to prison? Have you been stuck with a needle? Have you been around people with hepatitis? Have you received hepatitis? Do you take drugs for hepatitis? Have you been paid for sex or paid to do drugs, or been around those kind of people, or whatever? Variety of different questions that they need to know. So is there any risk that your blood, plasma, or platelets it could be tainted and they can't use it? Of course they're going to test it as well, and if anything, they take your temperature, they prick your finger, they check your iron content, maybe a few other things. When they prick your finger, they check your blood, they check your pulse, your blood pressure, your fever, temperature, body temperature, and all that. So it's almost like getting a little bit of a free medical check too. So, and then if they find anything, they let you know, and then let you know why you can't donate and for about how long, or they need some sort of paperwork proof that you got it under control, or you're taking the right medications, or whatever it is. So with the American Red Cross, the first time I did it a couple months ago, donating just blood, I think it was like a pint worth or whatever. It was a pretty quick process. I think I was fully hooked up, filled up the bag in like 20-25 minutes and all that. You could also do double amount to 2 pints maximum. When you donate blood, you have to wait. I think it's like 8 weeks, and it's double that, 16 weeks, which is 4 months, and all that. And then plasma, there's a waiting time when it comes to the Red Cross. They want to make sure that, okay, you donated, take some time off, don't keep donating, let your body and blood count and red blood cells and all that fully recover. So they have, once you donate once, you have a time limit when you can donate again. If you go, they have an app that you can download through the Play Store, App Store, of Blood Donor is what it's called, for the American Red Cross. And another one is a good one to download, First Aid, which is like a survival manual and step-by-step first aid digital booklet on an app that's saved to your hard drive of your phone. So if you don't have that, that's really good for emergencies. Even if you don't have any kind of internet connection, the full for this year's manual or step-by-step of how to deal with a cut or broken bone or a fracture or um, you know, uh, um, heat stroke or pneumonia or whatever. There's all that. It's a survival manual, how to build shelter and all that kind of stuff too. So that's a good one. But the blood donor one allows you download it, you create a profile, upload your basic information, and then you can actually you can sign up that, hey, go through the app to book an appointment, schedule it, what location is closest to you, what days and times do they have available. So it's a scheduling calendar platform. But then what do you want to donate? Blood, plasma, or platelets? You schedule that. They have like little a tracker in the system for your profile. How many times have you donated? And you're a major donor or whatever after a while. And then they do offer little incentives after you donate so many times of just blood, just platelets, just plasma. You hit certain badges pretty much. It's almost like being a Boy Scout or whatever, Eagle Scouts, Girl Scouts, whatever. You get badges, and when you reach certain marks, you get little gifts from them of like a free Red Cross T-shirt or like a book bag. A luggage bag. I think I saw like one of the foldable like flashlight lanterns, maybe a first aid kit. You get some basic either clothing or survival type of stuff for an emergency kit or whatever. One of their hand cranking radio flashlights, things like that. After so many donations, you get little gift items. As of right now, like I said, there's a shortage within the country, so they're offering little small amounts of compensation money. This month was $10. The month before that for platelets was $25. The month before that was like $15. So small amounts. I've probably 30 is probably the most that they're offering when it comes to little. Here's a little thank you gift card, and it's a bit of an interesting process. You don't actually just get the physical gift card, which I wish I could prefer like an actual prepaid debit card gift card. I wish they would. Here's you donated, here it is right away. And they're right by the one I go to in near the Vancouver Mall. There's the Vancouver Mall with tons of the restaurants I could use it for. What they do instead is they send you an email, and then when you're ready that you want that money, you click send gift card hyperlink, and then you get another email within whether hours or a day or two, and then you open that email, and I will grab the phone and show you what it looks like and the process of it. And you just can't use it anywhere. They have a contract to be able to with a listing there of where can you use the specific electronic gift card that's through an email with a hyperlink that you also have to use a security code to get it fully, and then you get a barcode on your phone, and then they scan the barcode and to use the money. And so they have a contract agreement with 222 shopping locations. For example, I've seen Regal Cinemas, AMC Cinemas. You can use it for like Outback Steakhouse, Red Robin, Red Lobster, the different food places, maybe other unique shops. 222 different shopping locations, but it's not just a physical actual gift card like debit card kind of thing, and you can just use it absolutely anywhere. You can only use it at specific location, specific types of businesses. So let me show you just an example of what I'm talking about on my computer here. One second. So I got the email. I hit the yes, I want the gift card now money. So they send me this email. It's from the American Red Cross, and then this one was from when I donated platelets. And then so you see this $25, and then there's the hyperlink, and then there is an expiration date on these. And as soon as I, get this email saying that I want to use it here soon, you have 60 days to use it, otherwise it expires. Then you click on this, and it will take you to a hyperlink thing here. It's Tango. They have the app Tango, shows you all the locations that you can use. A huge listing of what can you use it for. You click it like I did the other day. My car was in maintenance services getting an oil change done, so I went to Vancouver Mall, walked there, and then clicked on AMC, submitted that I wanted to use it. They give me like a 8-digit number letter code, and then click on another hyperlink, and then put in that code they gave me, hit submit, and then it gives me the barcode for the business to scan on your phone app and retrieve the money. So that is the process. So I had a $10 one I used the other day to see the new Freelance movie. I was trying to kill time while my car was in maintenance. Had to kill multiple hours. So I used that. I have a $25 one, and any day now I should be receiving the email because I donated. It was like a weird thing. It was like a pint of both plasma and blood at the same time. It was a double feature thing. And so I should get another, it was either $10 or $15. I can't remember which. But so I get little, rewards, just, nowhere near what plasma donation centers offer, because that's more helping some, cancer treatment facilities and pharmaceutical companies. They do research with the plasma and stuff too. So, it's more. Do you need the money, or do you mind just helping out your? Either way, you're helping out. I love donating because I made a good. It's like a side gig job back in Colorado Springs. It added up to $280-300 average per month. And so I use that to, I pull after I save up so much money. I think it was like $1,200 or whatever. I would pull it all out, and then I would put that towards my auto loan, and I'd pay down principal extra payments of like $1,000 or more, and pay it off even faster. And I paid off my first car by doing that. I paid it off like a year ahead of time. So instead of 60 months, I paid it off in 48. So, and then I started doing it, when I traded in my first car for my current car, I made additional payments to pay it off faster too. So, I got a little incentive, but I I know that, hey, it's helping people. They're using it to mix with medications, so they're using it to make medications, do more research, make better medications. People are using it for plasma infusions and stuff. So one way or another, you're helping out your community, you're helping out other people, you're getting paid for it in one way or another, whether it be a lot or a little. You're doing good in multiple ways. So that's why I really like doing this kind of stuff, as long as I feel well and all that. So, but with the American Red Cross specifically, like I said, so they're offering little bit to $10 to $25 incentives. But they're also adding other things. You get maybe after so many donations, you'll get like a little reward badge of little gifts, survival stuff, clothing stuff, book bag stuff, which the book bag you can make a survival kit out of. It's like a gym bag kind of thing with a Red Cross logo on it and everything. And then they do, every now and then, they do little raffles as well. So like right now, from October 21st, 2023 to November 9th, for each week that you're able to donate something, you're going to be entered into a raffle for a $5,000 e-gift card that you can spend on whatever. It's actual physical card, this one, and you can go spend it on whatever you want. So they're definitely giving us some more incentives and trying to be creative to get more ad marketing to get more people involved in wanting to donate, because there's a country national shortage on pretty much everything. So it's a great thing to do. I would highly recommend it. The my experiences at the Red Cross Donation Center near the Vancouver Mall, right down the street from Voodoo Donuts and Popeyes. So the first time I donated a thing of blood, I did the like 120 questionnaire thing. And then once I did all that, they pricked my finger, took my temperature, asked me about my weight, birth date, all that kind of stuff, verified specific things, and all that. And then they hooked me up, and I was done in like 20, 25 minutes, unhooked me. They have bottles of water, juice things. They have like Cheez-It little packs, little packs of cookies of different types, crackers, trail mix, variety of things. They might even have like little, whistles or, whatever, little survival things, little trinkets that you could add to your survival gear if you wanted to. So they have different things. And then the process of donating plasma is almost identical to blood, except you're actually hooked up to a machine that separates the plasma, which is the clear protein liquid of your actual blood. And then they give you back your red blood cells back into your body with a mix of saline, a bag of saline. So there's that. Now with platelets, though, I've never done that until about a little over a month ago. I did it for the first time. It was definitely an interesting experience. It's a longer process. It's a little bit more intense on your body. It's like doing plasma, but like double time. And you could be hooked up for 90 minutes to 2 hours. They stick you in both arms. One thing is pulling out, the fluids from your body, and the other one's putting something in. Now, unfortunately, they were having problems, getting me really well in my right arm. So when they were messing around with it later on, it bruised. So I had to wait like an entire month for it to heal. So when they we still want to, you to donate, if you're okay with it, they did it in my wrist. So that was a new experience. They pulled it out of my arm and then let it wait until it stopped gushing blood, and then they put it into my wrist, shoved it in there pretty good. And I had to be completely still and then pump a ball, the pressure ball thing, every 5 seconds. The great thing about it is they make you very, very comfortable with that experience, because not only are you in the donating bed thing, but they have a TV stand, nightstand thing at the foot of the bed with a TV, 25-inch, I think, with headphones and a remote to put on some kind of movie or TV show from Netflix or Hulu or something, or Roku, one of those channels. And so I was able to, since I was in a marathon at my own home watching Suits, I was able, while I'm hooked up, I watched like 2.5 episodes of the TV series Suits, which keep me entertained as long as I'm still pumping the ball and everything. So, yeah, so they have more entertainment for people who are, not just going to be lying down for 20 to maybe 50 minutes just doing blood and plasma. So platelets is a little bit more intense. And then you have to wait a certain amount of time. I think it's once you donate once, you got to wait at least 2 months, I think it is, to donate again. And so that's pretty much the process. And then, of course, with the app, after the first time of donating anything, going, signing up through the Red Cross and being fully signed up and registered, then it's about 30 to 40 questions for all future appointments. But the blood donor app, so it's like a calendar thing. You set up an appointment, what do they have available on what days, and you book that and what kind of donation and all that. But then you can go ahead and answer all of those in processing questions of, once again, in the past, 90 days or 2 months or 4 months or whatever. Have you been to a foreign country? Have you been stuck with a needle? Have you gotten HIV? Have you had unprotected sex? Have you been paid for unprotected sex? Have you been in prison, and all that kind of stuff in the past, so much time, like 2 years or whatever. You can get all of that done in the privacy of your own home through your phone, through the donor app, a blood donor app, and knock it out. And so when you get there, it's you pull it up on the app as a rapid pass barcode. They scan it, all the questions are uploaded, you're good to go. So then all they got to do is the basic temperature, prick your finger, check your blood pressure. They have to ask several very specific questions to double check things, and then you're ready to go out to the donor floor and get all hooked up. So it's a pretty good, simple process. I would, it feels good to help people donate, and you get a little bit, whether you get a little bit from the Red Cross, but your blood donation, and they even send you emails or things through the app or to your email on, your blood's been processed, no issues, and who got to use it. It went to a specific type of donor, and where were they located, and so you and find out there's no issues with your blood or plasma or anything. Everything was good, and what was the journey of your life-saving fluids that you shared with somebody to help other people. So after like a week or so, they send you information on who did you help, how many people did you help, which is a pretty cool thing. So if you're able to donate and there's no reason that you can't donate, whether it be Red Cross or to a plasma donation center, which is a good extra money, which helps. You can use that for a variety of things: pay off debts faster, save up for vacations, use it for recreation, create an emergency fund. And how much? I mean, at least one whole month's that cover all rent, utilities, food for an entire month. But then if you can increase it to 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, a year, a guy off of another YouTube channel, Financial Audit, Caleb Hammer, he recommends always saving up to a goal of a $10,000 emergency fund, because emergencies can happen. It even happened to me this past year. Multiple things. My car was getting older. Over 150,000, close to 160,000 miles now. And when it was like early 150,000, there were multiple things that were starting to fail. And that with labor and all that, replacement parts, labor, getting them in and all that, I spent close to $8,000. So what he said of a $10,000 goal, at least a 1 month supply at first, get to that goal, then maybe 2 months, 3 months, and then all the way up to $10,000 emergency fund by doing side gigs or a second job or whatever, because you never know what may happen. It is better to have and not need than to need and not have. I'm a big emergency preparedness management person. I was in the Army working as a quartermaster supply sergeant for 9 of 13 years. I worked with FEMA and Red Cross representatives for 3 months in Liberia, Africa, during my third deployment, which was a humanitarian mission, end of 2014, beginning of 2015, helping out with the Ebola outbreak. I've learned a lot from them, and I learned even more when I started college from 2017 to 2019. I started taking on multiple classes where you have to choose a subject for an entire semester's research project. And when I started out with micro and macroeconomics, and then continued on also with like a speech class and an English class, I chose a very specific subject that I'm very, very passionate about, which is emergency preparedness management, working with FEMA and Red Cross. I hope maybe to even work for them one day and be like a emergency preparedness instructor teaching preparedness classes. That would be a dream, showing off my bug out bag, vehicle preparedness, home preparedness, which I have other YouTube category videos on my channel. Please check those out. I have a 24-hour bag, a new and old version. I have fully assembled and fully laid out on a table, showing everything in my 72-hour personal bug out bag. And then I have a home preparedness and readiness ideas advice video. And then I have a vehicle preparedness and readiness ideas advice video. When I did my research, with FEMA and Red Cross, 2 papers for FEMA, 2 papers with the Red Cross on different, topic areas of emergency preparedness management, I learned so much. And now I feel like I'm a bit of a subject matter expert, and I keep bettering my home, my vehicle, and my gear when it comes to emergency preparedness. And I've learned, if you see a product at a store, take a snapshot, walk away from it for a little while, look it up on a YouTube, a reviewer, someone who bought that exact same item and brand, and is it worth the money? What are the positives and negatives? So you're not, you don't go buy it, and then, like with a machete, a guy, I found a Bass Pro Shop one time, I took a picture, found a review on it, and then after 100 whacks, the blade broke from the handle. It wasn't a full tang machete blade, so it wasn't worth like the $50 they were asking for it. So that's how you can save yourself money, by doing homework, not getting it right away, thinking about it and doing research. But then the other things were, it's better to have and not need than to need and not have, a logistical quartermaster military motto. So the two major statistics that came from my research papers while in college on emergency preparedness management, FEMA and Red Cross did a joint survey on Americans and preparedness for 5 years. The results came out in August of 2015. And it blew my mind, the two major statistics that came from that research paper, which was, at that time, over 60% of Americans, so two-thirds of Americans, do not prepare for natural disasters in any way, shape, or form. Um, and even though over 80% at that time of American counties get hit by one or more than one yearly natural disaster. Now, since then, we've had a lot more natural disasters. Global warming is getting worse, climate change. So I'm betting, instead of 80% American counties, I'm betting it's all 100%. And I'm hoping that more Americans are getting more and more prepared. I'm hoping, at least 50%, if not two-thirds, are getting more prepared rather than not being prepared, or very, very little prepared. Both home, vehicles, how many, which family members can carry things, and create, or even for their larger dogs, you can buy vests with military strap webbing, add pouches for their own food, first aid, water, all that kind of stuff. So that even your larger dogs can carry, or teenagers and all that, lightweight, like 24-hour bug out bags and all that, and then full adults carrying stuff too, and then sharing the load and gear, but make sure everybody has the very basics that they need: first aid, personal hygiene, camping gear, cooking gear, hand cranking flashlights, like a BioLite headlamps, which are some of the most comfortable headlamps because it's flat in the front, and the battery pack USB hookup is in the back and everything, so it levels out. Hand cranking flashlights or emergency beacons of some kind, first aid kits, emergency ration food, life filter straws, or life straw water bottles, cooking gear, all that kind of stuff. Survival little guides, foraging little. I've seen a thing on Facebook. I'm thinking about purchasing for my specific region area, little fold up, instead of like atlas maps, which are good to have every couple of years to get newer versions of that to keep in your car. This is a little pocketed fold up pamphlet of what to forage for, and also what are certain medicinal things to know about, certain plants in your region, and also or certain plants and stuff, or berries or whatever, to stay away from, kind of like poison ivy and things like that. So, I think that's a good thing to have for my specific region of the Northwest, and then add that to my vehicle and my bug out bag as well. So the other major statistic, which blew my mind, and I'm betting with inflation definitely has increased, is for every $1 someone spends in preparedness planning, products, or both, you will save yourself somewhere in the realm of $4 to $16 in damages and recovery fees after the disaster is over with. And for those who prepare, compared to those who do not prepare, those who prepare will recover 4 to 5 times faster than compared to those who do not prepare, as long as you survive whatever the disaster is. So pretty much when you purchase for your home, vehicles, your bug out bag itself, which can be also used for recreational hiking and camping usage, and allows you to field test what you have and how to use it. That's just like military people. New soldiers come in, they have no idea how to use this equipment. Field artillery, M777 cannon. They have no idea how to use Humvees and 5-ton trucks, or the weapons, or whatever it is. Radios, commo gear. Then those who have training and experience with them, we train them out in the field. We do field training a couple times a year, and we train them over and over and over again, so they know their gear and equipment. So by you build your bag, having a bug out bag is half the battle. knowing what you have and how to use it, going out at least once a year, if not a couple times a year, and field testing. I don't care if it's in your front or backyard, or it's actually on the hiking trail, camping areas like Yosemite or Yellowstone or Columbia River Gorge, whatever. You know a place, and there's no sign saying you can't camp here or have a little fire or whatever. Then hike it and with your gear and go field test it at least once a year. And then you also learn what you have, how to use it, how does it work, how do you set it up, how do you tear it down faster and faster. You know your gear inside and out, but then you also learn what do you have in your bag that you never freaking use and you want to get rid of. You're fine tuning it more and more. It's kind of like March 2014 Reese Witherspoon movie based off a true story called Wild, and she did the same thing. She had a nervous breakdown, lost her significant other. Mom had eye cancer and died from it, and she was lost. So she grabbed a bunch of old gear and created a old camping gear rucksack thing, hiking backpack with a metal frame, and threw a ton of gear in it. And somebody at an Oregon park that was doing barbecue and cooking for the hikers, doing a little donation and listening to their stories and stuff. He's like, we got to do something about Godzilla, and she's like, Godzilla, what? And like your bag, it's enormous. It's like 3 times your size, and I'm betting you're getting blisters like no tomorrow on your feet and all that. Pull out everything, put it on a picnic table. Let's go through it. I'm gonna hold up each item one at a time, and it's like, have you used it? Will you ever use it? Do you really need this quantity of something? If not, it goes in a donation box. Let's fine tune and prune your bag to make it where it's more personalized to what you're doing, what you need while you're doing this Pacific Crescent Trail from Southern California all the way up to Canada. And so that sort of got me the idea of being a supply sergeant at Fort Carson at the time. And I started building myself with some random gear in my barracks room, and then also additional supplies I can get from my supply cage, like duct tape, 100-mile-an-hour duct tape, military tape, and glow stick chem lights, is what we call them, chem lights. And then nylon 550 cord and all that kind of stuff. Start getting a good amount of supplies that I can add to my bug out bag, and then it was like 50% complete. Still needed a high quality, a thick material, cushioning material with a lot of military strap webbing, so I could add pouches or D rings to the outside, and D rings or S rings, and just make it really high quality, comfortable, well packed, and tactical, and all that. And my favorite backpack that I choose is either one from Flying Circle, really good high quality material. That's a good company. Of one of the lighter, what I call a lightweight half backpack with military strap webbing in different colors. Camo, you can get camo for a little bit more expensive, or solid green, solid black, desert tan, whatever. Or my favorite though is for my bug out bags that I specifically use for full bug out bags, full 24 up to 72 hour of 3-day Condor assault backpacks. When I bought them, they were around $80 to $100. They've definitely they've doubled in price. So especially the camouflage ones are almost tripled in price because of inflation. So, but what my research, what they said was true. So for every $1 you spend in preparedness, you're going to save $4 to $16. Hurricane Harvey down in southern Texas. There was a guy right before the Hurricane Harvey hit the southern Texas area. He took a chance in preparedness. He went to a place in New Orleans, a company known as Aquadam. It's like a giant bicycle intertube that you wrap around your house, and it's a aqua sandbag, but it's like a bicycle intertube, super big, super thick. He fills it up with water. His friends, family members, neighbors, everybody around was making fun of him. That's the dumbest purchase ever. It cost him like $8,300 to get one for a certain size to wrap around his whole home and front yard and stuff. And so he spends $8,300. Everybody's making fun of him, saying that he's a dumbass. He's stupid. That won't do anything, and all this other kind of stuff. His was the only home not damaged in that region by Hurricane Harvey. So he spent, $8,300, and he's like on the news. There's a YouTube video about it. It saved me $150,000 or more in damages and recovery fees. That's a 95% savings rate. So, like they said, for every $1 you spend, it's going to save you a lot more money after the disaster is over. When is it too late to prepare? During and after the disaster, you need to prepare before, not during and afterwards. It's too late to prepare during and afterwards. You should have prepared beforehand, and it will save you time, energy, money, recovery, time and energy and money, stress, depression, anxiety. The more prepared you are, the better off you are, while everybody else is running around with their heads cut off. So I think more and more people should take emergency preparedness management a lot more seriously, because with each passing year, whether it be winter or summer specifically, it's getting colder, harsher weather, more frequent storms, more extreme storms. They're happening more frequently, more extreme. Forest fires, especially in the northern hemisphere. Tornadoes are becoming more extreme in the central United States. East Coast is getting slammed by not only forest fires but more and more and worse hurricanes. And then we have volcanoes and earthquakes, especially on the Ring of Fire, West Coast. Tsunamis possibly on the islands. It's just like the more and more prepared you can be, the higher elevation, and you just get more and more emergency gear of a variety of types, the better off you will be. Now, think of this: that's survey. For every $1 you spend in preparedness, you'll save $4 to $16 range in damages and recovery fees after the fact. That was back in August of 2015, where 8 years into the future, and even insurance companies are giving up on insurance coverage for homes in California. It's getting worse and worse, and with inflation on top of that, so you're talking. I'm betting if I had to guess what it is now, it's double the 4 to 16 range. I'm betting it's $8 to $32 that you're going to be saving yourself in damages and recovery fees for every $1 you spend in preparedness planning, products, or both. So definitely download the First Aid Red Cross app, which is a survival digital manual. They do once a year updates, but it's on the hard drive. You don't need interconnect connection to use it. Just have a charged phone that works, and connect, and then click on it and open it up, and choose the category that you need of first aid or survival. Downloading a survival manual does the same thing as well, and then the blood donor app for the Red Cross. So I highly recommend. Oh, and I almost forgot. For depending on the agency, the Red Cross didn't do this, but Plasma Donation Center, when I tried to sign up a couple months ago, but found out I couldn't because my A1C level was too high for type 2 diabetes. They need like you to bring your original Social Security card, a recent, like a past month, utility bill or something, or a statement showing proof of your current address. Possibly birth certificate. If you don't have a Social Security card, show your driver's license. I think you need two forms of ID, like a state driver's license or ID card is one of them, and then some other form. Maybe it's like a student ID card or something. So there's a variety of different type of paperwork that you're going to need to bring with you to get enrolled and signed up. And you look it up online or call them or stop by and talk to them real quick to get that information. I will do another video similar to this in the near distant future, end of this year, beginning of next year, once I am fully signed up to be able to donate plasma in Vancouver near the Vancouver Mall. And then after what is the initial process, how long did it take me and all that, and then do it a couple additional times. What's the normal daily process? And I'll create a video on that later. So be ready and prepared for that. So I think that's pretty much everything I have. By all means, to me, there's a will. Well, there's a will, there is a way. So it's like, there's always if you need extra money, whether it's a second part-time, full-time job, but there's a lot of gig jobs out there. There's always ways to make extra money. There's ways that's like Plasma or Red Cross. They're doing the raffles of high-end e-debit card kind of thing, or the plasma donation centers. When I was in Colorado Springs, they did by your fifth donation make an extra 10, sixth donation make an extra 20, seventh donation make an extra 30, eighth donation make an extra 40. Or if you donate all 8 times, or maybe for some months that are longer, depending on the days that you choose, like a Tuesday, Thursday, it could work out where you donate instead of 8 times, more like 10 times, and then there's extra bonus money for that kind of thing too. So, but be careful when you donate. If you don't feel well, you've been really bruised, let that heal. If you gotta take a week or two off, maybe you're eating too fatty foods, and then the tubes have too much like fat content, and it screws up the filtration and all that. You make sure you eat a little something beforehand, a healthy meal, granola cereal, oatmeal, Cliff Bar, or peanut butter jelly sandwich, whatever. Eat like an hour or two beforehand. Drink plenty of fluids. You're gonna feel a little, drained. They tell you not to work out like majorly, like go to the gym or anything. I know major working out or heavy lifting for like 8 hours after any donation of any kind, that kind of thing. Take it easy for a little while. So think ahead, plan, coordinate, process. How you're going to do it? What are you going to eat? What are you going to drink? Bring a water bottle with you if you want, or they have them there. Or just an empty water bottle, and they have the fountain faucet, things to fill them back up and everything. So you might need a coat, you might need a blanket. Some of them locations do provide some if they have enough. Because they're pulling fluids out of you, you might get a little, bit lightheaded, or maybe even a little cold, and all that kind of stuff. It feels a little weird having fluids taken out of your body, and all that kind of stuff. Or the saline they put back in is a little cold too, so it can make you feel a little cold on the inside. So either bringing a heavy coat or blanket, maybe like an iPod thing, headphones. Listen and make sure your phone's fully charged, because you'll probably be either on social media or watching something. Bring headphones, possibly your own little blanket or something, or they might have something, or if you need an additional little pillow or something like that. Anything to make yourself comfortable, as long as it's not weapons or something like that. Okay, so that's pretty much everything on the process. Please go out, take part in donations, get a little benefit, help other people. Get little prizes every now and then after so many donations. Get these little e-gift cards for a little extra money they can use for date night, or just get away and relax and go to a restaurant or movie or coffee or whatever. Go out and help people. All right. That's about it for this specific video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was good info, and what are the differences between Red Cross and normal plasma donation centers. If you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, make any comments that you want on how can I improve this video for future updated versions. All right, you guys have a good day. You have a good holiday season. Stay safe and go out and help more people. All right, take care. Bye.